Hey everyone, welcome to the first cooking show. Today, I decided to go with something simple and easy. Well, I guess those two mean the same thing, but something easy and quick that you can make if you're either a single person or have a small family. You can do this really quick. You know, if you're on a tight budget with money or you didn't have enough money for the week, you can always eat Fideo. It's also good if you have a big gathering, you can do several boxes and it will help you out to feed a large group. Either way, it's a great food. This one that we're using is vermicelli. You can find it at any Walmart or any store. Pretty much, it's the one that most stores carry. HEB, Walmart, wherever you're at. I'm pretty sure you've seen this in the stores, in the Mexican aisle. So today I'm gonna do one box because I'm gonna eat it. It's gonna be by myself, and so we're gonna start with the vermicelli first. Well, first we're going to start with the heat. I want to put the heat up to maybe a 6. Let it get heated up on the pan. Okay, so I turned the pan on, and as you can see, today I'm going to be using HEB's extra virgin olive oil to fry the Fideo. I like to fry it before anything else because I like mine kind of crispy. So we're going to start with HEB brand, but you can use any brand, of course, but we buy our stuff, a lot of the stuff from HEB, but of course you can find extra virgin olive oil anywhere, or you can use your canola oil, whatever you want. But anyways, we have the pan started, the heat started. We're gonna do maybe three tablespoons. You know what, 2.5 looks like it's enough. I'm gonna do 2.5, but you can do from 2 to 2.5, 3. It depends how much oil you want to use. So there's that. We're gonna let it get heated up a little bit. So there's your olive oil. Also, you're gonna need, if you can see back here, you're gonna need some black pepper. I use cayenne powder, whatever you call it. And I use this. It's Nor's caldo de tomate or tomato bouillon. Find it at any store. We're gonna use that. We're also gonna use sazon, which is called the perfect seasoning. Find this in the Mexican seasoning aisle. We're also going to use 2 cups of water, and maybe looks about 3 tablespoons or so of cheese if you want your Fideo to be cheesy. We're going to let this oil heat up right away. I'll be right back. So once again, we're going to let this oil heat up. Let the pan heat up, and then we're going to throw this in there for a couple of minutes to let it fry up. And then we'll go on to the next steps. But usually you let it fry for about 10 minutes or so. I'll show you guys when that time comes. When you fry it, you know, depending on how crispy you want it, you can fry it to where it's kind of dark brown color. But I'll show you. I'll be right back. So the pan is heated up a little bit, so we're just going to pour the Fideo in there. And then we're going to let it sit in there, fry for a little bit. Spread it out evenly as much as you can. We'll let it fry up a little bit, and then we'll move on to the next steps. Okay, just now I've moved it up to a 7. It all depends on your stove. If you know how your stove works very well, then you know what to put it on. But I went ahead and put it on 7 so that way we can get it to fry quickly, so we can move on to the next step, which is going to be the water is going to be the next step right here. We have 2 cups of water measured out, and so when this starts to fry, I'll come back and show you. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but it's now starting to fry. You can hear it sizzling. Some of the Fideo starting to turn brown, so here in a second we're going to go ahead and add the next step ingredient or whatever, which is going to be the water. Oh, there goes one Fideo strand. I don't know if you guys can see the difference in the colors on there. You can see it turning brown. So I like mine to be quite brown, so we'll wait a few more seconds and then we're going to go to the next step. I don't know if you can see how some of them are turning real dark brown. And so then this is where we're going to put the next step in there. It shouldn't take no more than 5 minutes. Maybe fry it for 5 minutes or so. But just watch it, you know, that it don't start burning. As I said, we have 2 cups of water measured out here. We're going to pour it in here. As you can see, we poured the water in there. It looks like a lot of water, but as you know, the water is going to evaporate from there. So you can watch it, and if it needs more water, you can add a little bit more, depending how soupy you want it. But now we're going to let it cook like that for a few minutes. I'll be right back. Once you start seeing it boil a little bit, we're going to go ahead and put 1 tablespoon of this consommé, or what's it called, tomato bouillon. About 1 tablespoon. Sprinkle it in there. Our next ingredient is going to be the perfect seasoning. Again, you can find this in Mexican aisle. What I like to do is just sprinkle 2 or 3 times. Just like that. Put enough. Once you use this ingredient or item, you'll be able to tell how much you need. But I just usually do a quick few sprinkles. Then I'm going to add the cayenne pepper powder or whatever. Ground pepper. Just a little bit, just to add a little bit of spice. Just to make it a little bit spicy. I like my stuff spicy. Then we're going to add pepper. Probably what, 3 or 4 shakes? Or one or 2 shakes. Just like that. Quick, simple. And then we'll be right back. Okay, as you saw, I put the chicken bouillon tomato. This red one. With that, you do not need salt, because that will make it salty enough. Depending on how salty you want it, I put a tablespoon. You can put a little bit less if you don't want it so salty. But just watch your Fideo. Stir it once in a while. Just let it cook on its own. And when it's almost done, then we throw in the cheese. You let it cook like that for about 15 minutes or so. Just watch it. And when we come back, we're going to add the cheese. And then we'll be done. As you can see, when we started, we had a lot of water, but as it's boiling and cooking, a lot of it is evaporated. So I wanted a little bit more soupy. So we're going to add about half a cup more of water, just so we can make it into like a soup. But if you like it more dry, don't add the extra water. It's all up to you guys. With this, you can have some, maybe a side of beans, if you like beans. But we're just going to do Fideo today by itself. Like I said, you can do this with beans and a tortilla. But today I just want to show you guys just a simple, quick meal to make. I know a lot of people like to eat ramen noodles when they're broke, but this is better than ramen noodles. So this will help you get through the week. As long as you have Fideo, you have food. Again, this is the brand that we're using, which is pretty much everywhere food is sold. Alright, don't forget that. Okay, now that we see that it's cooking pretty well, we're going to go ahead and add the cheese. You can add less cheese, or you can add more, depending on how cheesy you want it. Or you can just leave the cheese out. If you don't have cheese, you don't need it. But you can add cheese or not. You know, it depends on what your budget is. If you're a college student or a single person and you don't have the budget for cheese, you don't have to add it. Cheddar, whatever you want to call it. So we're just going to let it finish cooking up. We're going to let the cheese melt, the cheddar melt. And then we'll serve it in a bowl. We'll be right back again. Alright everybody, looks like it's now done. It's been cooking for about 5 to 10 minutes. Just depends If you want it more crispy, you don't cook it so long. We're going to turn off the heat, the fire, the whatever it is. And then we're going to serve us a bowl. Like I said, you can add more water if you want it more soupy or not, but I don't like it too soupy. So as you can see, we just served us some in a bowl. Let's give it a taste again. Let's see. Delicioso. Alright guys, so there you have it, Fideo. A fast and easy meal for those who don't have a big budget. You know, especially that we're living on hard times right now with the COVID still going on. This is something you can fix within 10 minutes, 15 minutes time. Everybody should have these ingredients. If not, you can go get them. I mean, they're not that expensive. But I hope you guys enjoyed this cooking show. My first video. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to click the like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. If we see enough support on this, we'll start making more videos. This is our first test video. Hope you guys enjoyed.